Reddit. I think my girlfriend and her sister are poisoning me. Relationship advice on Reddit. Okay, first things first. If you're experiencing this problem and found this video, this is how you deal with it. You make the person watch the video and leave the room. Here we go. If you're watching this video, it doesn't matter why they're showing it to you. Someone has been put into a difficult position of having to put up with you being a highly manipulative person that will not allow criticism and safety. But honey, prove to me or I'll start crying, manipulation, that you love me by doing insert anything. Everybody has had a relationship like that, and let me explain this to you. Those relationships always die. They completely collapse, they don't last for shit, and every single damn time, they're doing something. Not that they're being suspicious of doing what you suspect them of. They're doing something worse than poisoning your food or feeding you mushrooms when you told them you can't eat mushrooms because they make you sick. They do, by the way. Or when someone says you're not an expert if you're a cook and refuse to pay attention to someone saying, I don't want to eat something, I'm not being picky, you're not a chef. Why? Because you're taking everybody on the planet saying, I don't want to do XYZ to anybody as an insult against you. It's not about you. You're not the main character. And you have crossed the line by saying, prove to me that you trust me by ignoring the fact that you don't trust me. Trust is something that's earned by not doing shit to people that give them fears about you or require that you are trustable. By doing something that requires they ignore a bunch of red flags to trust you. Some people can't get that. And some of those people are sociopaths, and they constantly and chronically make themselves miserable. If you're watching this video, you might be one of those sociopaths. I'm using that expression in the common pop culture reference way, not a medical diagnosis, and definitively not a psychiatric diagnosis. However, have you been told a lot in your life that you're a sociopath or a psychopath who's always very much demanding that people prove to you that they deserve your love or that prove to you that they trust you? Then they shouldn't. Now, this video is going to be about the solution to that story if you're curious. It was probably contamination of the food by someone doing something differently and not answering. You live with two people. One of them you're in an emotional relationship with, so they're going to be oversensitive and you're going to be oversensitive. Pro tip, if you're in a relationship like that, stop dating each other and then come back later. Yes, I know it hurts. It's better than dying. The other person in the house, which they're not involved with, lives there. And at some point, X number of years ago, it doesn't matter, after eating meals only prepared by the two other people, the person starts getting sick. What could cause this? They could have changed a single ingredient and accidentally got a hold of an ingredient that's contaminated. They could have changed a procedure and not prepared a food the same way, and that just caused a different reaction in that one person or other people. Next, you literally could be poisoning them by accident by having something contaminating the field of you preparing food. Here are some big red flags that all of you knew I was going to bring up. Is the person who's refusing to take you seriously about your food sensitivities or just having thrown up repeatedly over the last 2 weeks, is that person a vegan, a vegetarian, or any other ideologically driven food person? Stop trusting them. Now, I'm going to say this not gently to everybody out there who's a vegan, vegetarian, raw food diet person, any activist. No, I don't trust you. No, I never will, because you will ignore me saying, I don't want to eat that, or I don't want to do that, and keep insisting. I'll never trust you after I've said no, and you've ignored it, ever. I do not consent. I am not your guinea pig. I'm moving out. I got stuck in a couple of situations like that where I had to move out. I also dealt with a relationship. Let's get this out of the way. I'm in a relationship with a girl. She gets invited somewhere I'm not comfortable with. For the umpteenth fucking time, I get told it's an adventure. No, it's not. By the way, I'm over 50. It's never an adventure. We end up at a place where afterwards, she tells me, why didn't you rescue me? Did you tell me over and over again that it was a condition of our relationship while we're sitting there with you saying this in front of the other person that I agree to do the things this other person was asking? Yes or no? And I said it as loud as possible in front of a crowded room. Say the word yes. Yes. Was it a big mistake? Yes. Were you saying it in spite of knowing we were in deep shit? Yes. You almost got me killed. Your fault. I get whatever I want for the next week. Because eventually I blew my top and said, we're leaving. Walking or driving? I'll be driving, or you can drive. You have jealousy in your I'm leaving and I'm calling the police. That immediately got a reaction. Found out a couple of weeks later that he had to leave the area because he was a fucking serial killer or something. We never found out what it was, but he was being suspected of several murders, so that qualifies as serial killer. And no, my girlfriend did not hear the end of it for a full fucking week, but only a week. After that I said, yeah, the whole point of a predator is to convince you they're not predators. Stop believing. And more importantly, stop ignoring me when I say, I'm not comfortable with this and we're leaving. After that, well, you're being very, whatever the wording is, it doesn't matter. I've completely forgotten what she accused me of. I said, no, I'm acting like a grown-up who has instincts, and you don't. I have better instincts than both of us. I've been accused of having street smarts. So if I'm in a relationship with a girl and we have a roommate and suddenly the food's going bad, I'm going to tell her, look, I have a body that does dumb stuff and I get sick all the time. Whatever we're eating is making me sick. I don't want to hear that it's the flu. It's not happening. And if you argue with me, you'll never see me again because I'll fucking go live in a fucking alleyway or up in the hills and not die. You or me not dying is what you're saying. Die for me. No. And now we get to the next part. What kind of food sensitivities could you have? From as far back as I can remember, probably second grade, I was in an area that was hit with a rash of a bunch of idiots who didn't get vaccinated. No, they came in from a country that didn't have vaccinations available, and a new disease came out nobody had vaccines for. It was a mutation of a type of stomach flu, a viral one, which is unusual. Normal stomach flus are just bacterial infections, but this really was stomach flu. It was a virus that attacked your digestive system and damages it permanently, along with the lining of your throat, your eyes, everything. Couldn't taste anything for about a month, couldn't hold anything down. And then I had to go through my vaccinations again. And some of you who watch my channel know that I got vaccinated over again repeatedly because my immune system was damaged by the damn virus. Never found out which one it is. There are like 20 that hit that year. Let's see, I'm over 55, and I was born in 1968, and this happened when I was in first or second grade. Ding, 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 you're wrong, because I had to take the first grade over again for other reasons. But the point is, yeah, I was held back the first grade. Big surprise. You know, your favorite knucklehead here. There's a whole story behind that. But the point is, it's not that you have trust issues and you're paranoid. It's like, no, I value my lifespan and fuck you. That's your response from now on. Well, I can't. You can't, then you die. Go back to whatever was killing you. Or you say, I'm not going to be here because I'm not going to get sick again. I'm going to go do things differently to make sure I'm not sick. Now we're going to bring up the vegetarians and vegans and raw foodies that don't understand I have to eat cooked everything, including most vegetables, because my digestive system, again, let me repeat it, has permanent fucking damage, you dickheads. Someone's going to comment, well, I can fix that. No, you can't. You can't. When I grew up, I ate vegetables and stuff like that. It was a normal kid. I was actually enjoyed because we grew the stuff. It was free food. It was poor. You eat what you can get. And yeah, we get it out of the ground, clean it off, and cut it open and eat the interior of it and not eat the outside. Yes, you're going to say that's a mistake. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. It's the answer you give to people who say, you have to prove to me that you know, because I'm a high and mighty person who can judge you. No, fuck you is the response. Well, you have to eat the food or you're insulting me. Fuck you. I'm a real good chef. No, you're not, because you're not taking no for an answer. Fuck you. It's always fuck you. It has to be. People like that have obviously not heard the words fuck you hundreds and hundreds of times until they stop doing it. I've been at a fancy restaurant where I said, yeah, I'd like to have this, this, and this. Well, we can get you something better. And I said, if you feed me something that makes me biologically ill, I won't come back here with a lawsuit. I will bulldoze your building because I have a bulldozer. Do you want to make me sick? Everybody in the building's quiet. I don't care how much you're charging for this. $50 for a plate of food that's half full? No. I picked the thing that I can easily digest, that's easy to get, that you consider the kids' meal. Do you think I'm ashamed if I go into a fancy restaurant and order what I can eat? No, I'm not. Ladies, are you worried about looking bad in public? Go out of your way to do so. Be like Harley Quinn. Just do it. But any guy out there that says they don't want to freaking date Harley Quinn or Tank Girl has never seen anything of them and has no idea what they're talking about. I want a girl who gets rude when it's appropriate. I don't want to have to defend someone's life by them saying over and over again, oh, that's cool, when they're literally shaking my hand and grunting under their breath, we have to get out of here. Stop lying and tell them the truth. Why? Because he's manipulating you, not me. Did I mention the guy was a suspect as a mass murderer? If your instincts are telling you the food I'm eating is making me sick, stop listening to your instincts and scream what they're saying. And do it as obnoxiously as possible by being quiet. If you tell me one more damn time I have to prove my love to you by chancing having a digestive tract problem or projectile vomiting, I'm going to sit in front of you while it happens and make you face it. But Waptech, why are you? Because I've been abused in my life by people who didn't understand that, yes, if you give me a specific variety of mushrooms, I'll become sick. I also don't tell them about the color tracers going around me and shit, because I have the same reaction to some normal mushrooms that some people do on psychedelic mushrooms, because they're not good for me. They fuck me up. No, I don't drink. Well, I don't give a shit what you're going to say after that point. I don't drink. Why? Because I come from a long history, a long line of people who became chronic alcoholics. Why the fuck would I do that to myself? Well, no, there isn't any, I'm not going to drink. Oh, well, we'll slip you some alcohol. And I'll slip you a pool cue in a very interesting location and make you admit you did it. Gonna roofie me next? I'll never trust you as a server. Guess what? You're not the server at your own house. Yes, I went to that guy's house, told him, you're not serving. Why? Because you slipped me a Mickey last time, and I'm going to beat the dog shit out of you if you serve anybody. And nobody had any problems, amazingly enough. And everybody ordered soda and stared at him. Made him very uncomfortable. He didn't let anybody come over anymore. You're an ungrateful... Yeah, I'm ungrateful because you tried to slip me a Mickey. No. And no. And no. So again, if someone made you watch this video, this is what's boiling underneath someone who's trying to put up with you being an asshole to them because you won't take them seriously when they say, you made me sick, it happened once, get over it, stop taking it personal, you're not the main character, and I'm not going to chance my health or lifespan because you can't accept that you might have made a mistake, or worse, you had nothing to do with it and you just got the wrong food. And again, no, you don't get to give me mushrooms by secret to prove something. Bulldozer. Anyway, that's it for today. I think my girlfriend and her sister are poisoning me. That's a red flag that says, don't go back in the building. And by the way, yeah, it was probably eye drops. The girl was putting eye drops in her face and it dripped into the food. Some people are really oversensitive to eye drops if they get into their stomach. Makes them really sick. Actually, a lot of people are. If somebody, one of the people there, the sister, kept using eye drops, it could have just come out. She might have even sneezed and got in the area or just on the utensils. Unless you keep everything perfectly sterile and use food that's been blasted with radiation to keep it from having bacteria, there's always a risk making food. Don't take it personal. It might not be your fault. But sure as hell don't tell people to do basic step number 1 of avoiding problems by not eating. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. This has been my rant for the day. Bye.